Good morning, Aries. This is the third time I've recorded your video today. Apparently, when I got my new phone, I did not give YouTube permission to access my fucking microphone. So this has been a good time. Anyway, this reading is hot and heavy. So, I mean, not hot and heavy in like a great way. Sorry. Not sponsored. Just dry throat from doing your reading 3 times. Anyway, hi and thank you and I love you to everyone who has subscribed, liked, shared, commented, asked me about readings, purchased a reading. You are my favorite. You know who you are. Yes, I love you all and I appreciate the fact that there are 20 human beings out there that have subscribed to this channel. Let's reach for the stars. Let's go for 50 this month. It's gonna be crazy. Anyway, so let's get into this because it's kind of a heavy duty thing. I have faith that my camera's not going to just shut off randomly. I have faith that my microphone is now working and we're gonna get through this reading together again. So what I did this month is pulled a card for like the overall part of life that your reading is going to be in, because there's like a bajillion planets in Pisces and my brain not working. So we're going to focus. King of Pentacles. So this area of your life that this reading covers is life, health, life. It covers your whole life. End of story. No, it covers your health, the kind of your job, like money making, house, physical kind of stuff. And the overall energy of this month is miracles. So you're getting, you know, a diagnosis of being in remission. Yay! Some of you, you're finding out that you got approved for that house loan that you never thought you'd get approved for. You're going to get that job you never thought you were going to get. So, you know, take that as the situation resonates with you. There's going to be great news surrounding something coming soon for a lot of you out there. So I like that. Now, your energy, this is you, the world. You're coming to the end of a cycle. You've been through some shit, kids. Like, some of you lost jobs, you lost houses, you lost your health. Some of you are sitting in the hospital right now staring at my face. I put on holographic lip gloss for those of you that are in the hospital right now. Pretty. It's what to do for you, you know. It's the little things. It's the holographic lip gloss when you're sitting in the hospital. That's all I got. It's all I can offer right now. I love you. So the world here means that you're coming to the end of a cycle. So you've done a lot of the heavy lifting and now you're coming kind of to the peak. And now it's all going to be like the downhill slide from here, meaning that there's still some hard work ahead of you, let's be honest, but you've kind of gotten to the point where, you know, we're making the decisions. Things are going to start. I just did the shocker. That's disgusting. So you're, see, my brain cannot stick to anything. Even this heavy duty fucking topic, my brain is like, no, the shocker. So you're coming to the end of this cycle where the hard, heavy lifting is it's coming to an end. And the rest of it is just going to be riding out the decisions that you've made, if that makes sense. What's crossing you is the decisions. So you've got a lot of choices. You've got a bunch of different choices of different diagnoses that you're looking at. Like, well, which fucking one is right? Which doctor do I talk to? Do I need a second opinion? Which procedure is going to be the best one for me? Which house, which neighborhood, which school am I sending my kids to? Which loan company do I want to go to? You know, which company do I want to apply for a job at? That sort of thing. So you've got all that's what's, you know, working on you right now. So like I said, you're at kind of the peak where we're making the decisions, and then we're going to go through the downhill slide through the rest of April and into May of like riding out the decisions that we've made. So what's in your near past is the Four of Swords. You've done the inward thinking, you've done the decisions, you know, the research, all of that stuff to help you make a good decision, on what neighborhood you want to live in, on what job you want to look for next, on maybe what I'm getting appeals procedure. What appeals procedure do you want to go through to resolve the issue that you're in? That's for somebody out there. And the Two of Cups came up with that Four of Swords. So you've done the inner thinking, and maybe you have a mentor working with you. This is a card of partnerships. It could be like a life partner type person, a soulmate, that sort of thing, a husband, a wife, or whatever. It could also be just a mentor. It could be a doctor, a nurse, or whoever that has come along and is kind of partnering up with you to help you through this situation. Yeah. Or it could be like a weird friend. Not weird, not a weird friend. I mean, it could be a weird friend. But like a person you don't expect to come like out of the woodwork, like a friend you haven't talked to in a really long time. Could be someone like that coming back that has kind of aided and assisted you. So that's good. That's a good thing. Near future, however, my turtle doves, my kittens, my loves, Four of Cups. So this guy's concentrating on the wrong shit. This guy is looking at these 3 cups over here, but he's missing this one up here that God's trying to hand him, which is the right cup for him. Like the universe is trying to say, hi, which is how we got ourselves into this situation in the first place, let's be honest. Because the universe doesn't give you giant situations like this without there being a reason for it. It could be, maybe it does come out of the blue. Maybe you didn't do anything in this lifetime to cause it. It could be you burning off karma, but there's a reason. There's a reason for it, and you're ignoring whatever that reason is. So the universe yells slightly louder every time until it is literally kicking you in the nuts, right? So this situation is that you weren't paying attention to what the universe was trying to tell you, and you got kicked in the nuts. Sucks to realize that in basically every situation in life, we're standing in our own way. We're the one causing the problem. Yes, there's health stuff that comes out of the way, or comes out of the blue, but did we do something in a past life? And I know that that makes no sense to some of you. Did we do something in a past life that causes us to have to go through it in this life to burn the karma off? Because we are eternal beings. Like, we've been through many other lives, at least in my opinion. So it could be something like that. Just food for thought. So yes, you're focusing on kind of the wrong things in the near future. You're not focusing on the blessings that you do have or the blessings that might come out of this. Like a lot of times when you get really sick, family time becomes very important. So that was the lesson, is that you need to put more focus on your family. And now the universe is forcing you to fucking do it because you weren't doing it. You were too busy working. You were too busy, you know, your kids were off with their friends. You were too busy doing that to really focus on the family. That kind of situation. It's that sort of energy that I'm feeling about this. Same thing if it's a house. Like you were ignoring the fact that you knew you were supposed to file your taxes. You knew that you were supposed to do that, but you're like, oh, it won't catch up with me. It won't catch up with me. And now it's fucking here. So it's that kind of thing. But you're not focusing on the blessing that's coming out of it. So the 8 of Wands is also here, which is like fast communication, fast movement. Like when you're in the thick of a big, dramatic, like life-changing situation, like a lot of you poor Aries seem to be going through, it's super overwhelming. Like you've already got all these choices that you need to make. Where are we going? What are we doing? Who are we talking to? That need to be made. And then you've got like this flurry of information just coming at you from all sides. People's opinions, research that you've done for yourself, conflicting research that you've done for yourself, doctors, nurses, whoever telling you what you should do, family, friends, whatever, giving their opinions. So you've just got all this shit flying at you. So that's coming in the future. So this is just kind of a heads up. I'm throwing cards everywhere. This is just kind of a heads up that that's coming. That's coming, and keep your head about you. Keep your head about you, do your meditations, stay calm, make the right choices, think things through. There's that. So what energy is the universe giving you that's helping you? 9 of Swords. Normally we think of the 9 of Swords as like this card of sleepless nights and angst and worry and all of that stuff. I almost feel like this is in reverse, right? So the gift that the universe is giving you is not horrible sleepless nights, insomnia, and worry. It's the universe is giving you a little bit of rest. Like you are shockingly calm to a lot of people in this situation. Like, because either you have figured out that there's a lesson in it and you know what that lesson is and you're working with it and you're just kind of riding the wave while, you know, this works its way out. Or you're, you know, if it's an end of life situation, you're ready to go. You're calm. You're like, well, if it's time, it's time. You know, like some people get that way. So you're very calm. You're very, you're not up in your head about it. I mean, you're doing the thinking. You're thinking about the things that you need to think about and making the decisions you need to make, but you're not like letting your head do the spinny thing, which is good, especially when you're in the heart of a crisis. So What is working for you from within yourself is Page of Pentacles. This, to me, in this situation, says you're grounding yourself. You're doing the proper research. You're educating yourself. You're making decisions not just on the fly. Like, you're making well-researched, well-thought-out decisions, and this is a good thing. This is a very good thing. So that's giving you a little bit of a grounded feeling as opposed to just feeling like, you know, kind of wild and up in the air with all these choices and all this information and whatever. You're just kind of letting it flow through you so that you can figure out the situation in a healthy way for you. So what the universe wants you to know, the Lovers. So this is, to me, in this situation, don't go through this alone. Some people have a tendency to like pull in and pull away from people to figure things out. Let the people help you that want to help you because they have some sort of insight that you need. So also, Gemini flies out of that card at me. I don't get a lot of those sorts of hits when I'm doing tarot because I just don't. So if your Two of Cups person over here, the person that in the recent past who has come to stand by your side and help you and assist you is a Gemini, hold on to that motherfucker. If it's it could just be someone who has a lot of Gemini energy. They're very talkative, they're very bubbly, they're outgoing, they're charming. It could be that type of person. But don't go through it alone because you've got people that are willing to help you, whether it be, like I said, it's rarely the person that you want to be helping you. It's rarely the person that you think you need to be helping you, but it's the person who usually comes to your aid is someone who is unexpected and who has way more insight than you would ever think that they would have. So the universe gives us what we need, not what we want. Remember this. So for this situation here, what is working for you is an odd couple, the Devil and the Five of Cups. So this tells me that you've just gotten over your own bullshit. You know what you did to cause this situation, whether it be like ignoring karma. I mean, it could be something as esoteric and highty-flighty as that. Or maybe you have smoked for 30 years of your life and that's what got you in this situation. Or maybe you weren't paying the bills and that's what got you into this situation. Either way, the Devil, hair in my holographic lip gloss. Anyway, so the Devil is all of our bad habits, the shitty things we do. The drinking, the drugging, the whoring around, the not paying our bills, the making bad decisions, that kind of thing. So, and I think that this Five of Cups is like the card of crying over spilt milk in a way. But in this situation, I think that it's just that you did the emotional, like thinking necessary to realize how you have, maybe you didn't cause the entire situation, but you have realized the hand that you had in this situation and you're making the corrective actions to fix that. So that's what's working for you. And I love that. Yay for self-awareness. Okay. What's working against you? Ace of Cups. Your cup is not full. I'm seeing this as being reversed. So your cup is not full, and it's hard to keep your cup full when you're going in crisis mode. For this seems like this has been going on for quite a long time, because if we're to the point of expecting miracles, then we've been suffering for a fuck ton of time, right? So keep your cup full however that is. If that means going to the gym, make the time. If that means hanging out with your kids, take the day off work. If that means taking a salt bath, if it's something that simple, do it. Like if it's lighting candles and talking to your ancestors, do that. Whatever it might be. Let me step back a minute, because in one of the other times that I did this reading, the ancestors came through really clearly, and I want to address that. I don't want to skip by that. So when we got the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands in the near future, when your brain is kind of like getting overwhelmed with all the information and you're ignoring the cup that God's trying to give you, powwow with your ancestors, literally powwow if you're Native American, or the colloquialism of that word. Get together with them, put your heads together with your ancestors, get their guidance. That's what I wanted to address there. So make sure that you're doing that. Also, same thing with this Ace of Cups, filling your cup, talk to your ancestors, get their advice, talk to your spiritual posse, your guidance team, your angels, gods, goddesses, whoever it is you talk to them, get their advice on how to fill your cup. And your outcome. Seven of Swords. This is some shitty energy. This is someone who sneaks away, someone who lies, cheats, steals, that kind of thing. Don't do that. I am going to have t-shirts made that just say don't do that, because I say that all the fucking time in readings. Don't do that. So then I got 2 clarifiers on it because Santa Muerte, very clear, and I love her. So we got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords as our clarifiers to the 7 of Swords. So your natural impulse after all of this emotional work and all of this drama and trauma and just that you're going through is going to be to kind of like sneak away like a thief in the night. Don't do that. You're going to have this sort of realization, this blinding flash of insight, if you will, that will put you back to rights. You're going to realize that's not the right thing to do. That's not helping your problem any. Just running away from it to, you know, pack your shit and move to a desert island in the middle of the night is not helping anyone or anything. So you're going to realize that. You're also going to realize that you're hurting the people around you by this like fly-by-night, you know, yucky energy that you kind of get into. I mean, hey, it's life, and life is hard, and sometimes we get all up in our heads about it. Don't do that in this situation. Once you have that blinding flash of insight and realize that you're not helping your situation or yourself or anyone else, you're going to get back into your Queen of Cups energy. You're going to get back into your heart space. You're going to get back into a space where you can actually do something about the situation rather than run away from it. Like, you're going to come back, you're going to realize I caused this, partially at least, and I need to go through it. It's a learning experience. You're going to get deep in with it. I feel like you're going to get really deep in with it. You're going to get into the emotions of it. You're going to unpack it. You're going to dissect it. You're going to learn everything you can about the situation and how it was caused and what to do about it. And because you're never going to want to do this again, because this is some shit. I'm telling you, this is some shit, some heavy duty shit. People are losing jobs and houses and kids. And this is some craziness, Aries, craziness, I tell you. So yes, you're going to get into that heart space where you're going to want to figure it out. You're going to sit with yourself. You're going to learn the lesson, and you're going to be able to move on. I like that. So then I got some oracle cards for you kids. First one is mending. Obviously, you're putting yourself back together. You're in a mending mode. You're fixing a situation that you partially caused. You're doing what you can to learn from it, and you're doing what you can to repair it. So this is good. You're still in that mindset of, I mean, you know, everybody's brain goes astray and it gets to be too much and you're just like, I've got to go. I can't deal with this anymore. But you're overall in a much better headspace than that, and you're going to come back and be able to get through this. You're going to get through this, and May is going to look a lot better, I promise you, because April is tough nuggets, man. Also got the tribe, right? So that goes along with your lovers and your 2 of Cups. Do not go through this alone. There's no reason to go through this alone. You've got a tribe of people. Like I say all the time, it may not be who you think it should be or who you want it to be or who you expect it to be, but it's exactly who you need. Go to your tribe. Find your giraffes. Find your giraffes. Because you may think that elephants are the people that should be helping you, but it's in reality the giraffes are the ones that know their shit about the situation and are going to be able to get you through it. Yes. Shout out to Debbie. I tell her that all the time. I love you. I don't even know if she's watching, but that's okay. So that's the cards that I got there. Now, I did pull one of these. I've used these before. They've got a stone on one side and an explanation on the other, and my Spawn bought these for me, and she's wonderful. Thank you, Spawn. Shout out to her. She also bought these. She's also my social secretary and keeps my head on straight, so I love her. Anyway, here's your stone. It's jasper. Not any surprise, really, because you could use some grounding in this situation, I am sure. So let's read what the card says. What it is. Jasper describes a huge variety of opaque quartz stones, from Picasso jasper to Mookite jasper to red jasper. These earthy babies help align us to our core powers. Who needs it? Air signs and city folk. A Gemini did come up. P.S. Maybe you got a lot of Gemini in your chart, Aries. Who knows? Anywho, where to put it? Wherever you are when you'd rather be barefoot pulling vibes from the earth below. Think white sand, green grass, yoga mat, or all 3. When to use it? When you want to get back into your body after a stressful work week, a long flight, or a lit meditation session. Strengthen your foundation. So I'm sure after all of this, like I said, you could use some grounding. Put your feet in the earth. that will help you. Like, that's jumping out to me in this card now, the grass here. Put your bare toes in the earth. It's getting on towards spring where some of you are. It's getting on towards winter where others of you are, but hopefully in those places it's warm enough to still put your toes in the grass. So I would do that, and I would carry a fuck ton of jasper around with you because it's going to help. It's so simple, it's super powerful, if that makes sense. Like, it's not a complicated stone. Like, when you feel its energy, it's just there, but it's a little heavy, it's a little earthy, it's just, it's there. And it will help kind of bring all of this, like, Eight of Wands wildness kind of down a little bit. So that's what I got for you, kittens. I'm so sorry that you're going through all of whatever this is. If you would like to reach out to me for anything, I am available. Leave a comment below if this resonated with you at all. This is some heavy duty shit. It's what it is. But yes, I hope that you get through it with flying colors. I will put links to the decks I used below. Yeah, let me know if you need anything. I am around. I love you, kids. I will talk to you in May where things will be better and brighter. Have a good April.